Hello everybody, and a very warm welcome to the island of Lanzarote in the Canary Islands. Well, I first came to Lanzarote back in the early 1980s when I was still living with my mum, and we came on holiday here and we stayed in Costa Teguise, which is way up the coast behind me. But we hired a car, we had a little Fiat Panda I remember, and our favourite place to come was the beaches of PAPAGAYO on the south coast. Well, today we're here in Playa Blanca and we're very close to the beaches of PAPAGAYO, but when we were here last year we never actually made it across to there because we were way the other side of the resort, and it would probably have been about a 5 or 6 kilometre walk, and it was very hot, so we just didn't bother. This time we're a little bit closer and I thought, let's see if we can find those old beaches. I have memories of driving across rough tracks, the little Fiat Panda bouncing all over the place, and then you finish off with these simply beautiful beaches where you could easily be in the Caribbean. Should we see if we can find them again? Yeah, let's do it. Are you going to come along? Good. Okay, off we go. So here we are on one of the points just outside Playa Blanca. There is the edge of the resort of Playa Blanca. It's grown one heck of a lot since I was back here in the 1980s. I would say it's 50 times as big as it used to be. When we were here last year, we stayed right over there in the far distance. You can see that far mountain, and the hotel we were in was just underneath that. It's probably about a 5 kilometre walk from here, I would imagine, but there is a promenade that starts here by the Sandos Papagayo Hotel, which is where we're staying, and goes all the way along past the harbour, past the marina to the far end. And a lot of people run up and down or go up and down on the bikes. It's actually very, very nice, and lots of places to eat and drink along the way as well. And as we swing round, there is the island of Fuerteventura, and we're going to be doing another video about a trip over there in the next few days as well. You might just be able to see one of the ferries. The ferries ply backwards and forwards between Playa Blanca here on Lanzarote and the town of Corralejo, which is over there in the distance on Fuerteventura. About every half an hour they go up and down there. And then when you look to the left, we're looking towards the beaches of PAPAGAYO, and that's where we're headed today. Look at that, you could be on the moon, or maybe even Mars, or maybe in the middle of the Sahara Desert. The start of the mountain range that goes straight up the centre of Lanzarote and ends in the Tamanfaya National Park. Well, that's certainly part of it, which is probably the major tourist attraction of people arriving here on cruise ships. And it's sort of bleak, but it's beautiful at the same time, isn't it really? But today we're heading this way, and you can see the beaches of PAPAGAYO in the distance. There's actually 3 beaches to visit. Whether we'll make them all today, I'm not too sure, but we'll certainly make the first couple. Quite an amazing landscape, isn't it?
It's fabulous, isn't it? Look at the big catamaran pulling in there.
Yeah, we'll have a look at that in a second.
Yeah.
The mountains behind us.
I felt really intrepid, but there's cars.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm trying to create the illusion of being in a really remote place here, and we're having to walk for miles and hours, but to be honest, it's really not like that. But it's very spectacular.
It's lovely.
Although we are coming across quite a large hill here, so we'll see how we get on with that.
Yes.
Now, first glitch. We've come across this great big chasm, and am I going to go all the way down there and climb all the way back up there? I don't think so, especially as it's all loose stones. So I think we'll head back up to the main path way over there and go the long way around. At least I might end up being in one piece. What do you reckon? So here we are back at the junction again. Still, it was interesting to see across the point and over the sea there. And this time I think we can turn right, and we don't have to go down that enormous slope with all that loose stones and all that sort of stuff. It's starting to warm up as well. It's getting pretty warm, but it's a little bit more breezy today, so it does help. Good day for a walk. Looks like we're heading in the right direction. Yeah, let's keep going. So here is the first of the PAPAGAYO beaches. There's 3 in total, and apparently this has got a different name. I can't remember what it's called, but the furthest of the beaches is the actual PAPAGAYO beach. But this is the first of the sandy beaches. Golden sand, not what you'd expect to see in the Canary Islands. But again, I think we've come the wrong way. We need to be heading off down there where those people are, and I think the path goes over there. So we'll head that way. You can see a nice catamaran there just off the coast. I think that's a trip boat, and Fuerteventura in the distance. So we'll head off down to that beach and then we'll take it from there. Looks a bit dodgy down here, but we'll have a look. I think this might be the way. There's plenty of people on the beach, so they've got there somehow.
By car.
By car.
Or helicopter.
This looks promising. I wouldn't be cycling up here though. Made it to the cliff edge. Oh, it's a long way down. We're nearly at the first of the beaches. All I've got to do is get down there. It's a wee bit blowy up here, but it's worth coming just for this. Look at this. Now you may remember that I'm not a fan of heights, so I'm not going to hang around up here for long, but it's worth it to get that lovely view of the beach. And then down across to Fuerteventura and the catamaran, which is still there. So yeah, we're going to head off way down there, and hopefully I'll still be in one piece. I'll see you in a second. So I wonder what this was. Now this building and that building, if they were in Britain, they would be lime kilns, which you find on a lot of the beaches and coves around the UK from days gone by. But maybe that's what they are here as well, you never know. Or maybe they were just places for local fishermen to store their nets and whatever else. Anyway, we're on the beach. It looks really nice actually. Should we go take a closer look? Yeah. So if anybody says to you, don't go to Lanzarote because it's all rocky, there's no sandy beaches, don't believe them. Look at this. Oh yeah. Isn't this lovely? Wow. I am very tempted to go in. And no, you're not going to see that on video. This isn't a horror movie. So welcome to the first of the beaches of Papagayo. Love it. Wow, look at this. What do you reckon?
Absolutely stunning, isn't it? Almost Caribbean.
Almost Caribbean.
Almost. Wow.
Look at that sea. It's absolutely beautiful. And people say that Lanzarote hasn't got sandy beaches.
Well,
there's certainly one
this
here.
One's...
Certainly one here, my lovers. Beautiful. Oh yeah.
All the catamarans are coming round. Look. Another one coming.
Yep. Welcome to the Caribbean, man.
There's the far lighthouse, so that's right down the other end.
Yeah, in the far distance there you can see, I don't know if we'll pick it up on this zoom, but you can see a lighthouse. It looks like a matchstick sticking up in the far distance. That's the far end of Playa Blanca. So it's a big place. I think at this moment I should add in some chill out music. Should we do a little bit? Yeah, go for it. Here we go. Well, look at this, peeps. What do you reckon? Oh, so we've climbed up from the first beach. That was a good climb actually. Look at that beach, isn't it beautiful? And then you've got the mountains behind as well. So now we're heading off to the second of the 3 Papagayo beaches, which I think is just over this hill in front of me. At the moment all I can see is that. But we'll see where it takes us. Off we go. Looks like it's a bit further than I thought it was, but come on, I'm a postie, we can do this. Fuerteventura over there. Looking forward to going there later in the week. Okay, so yeah, come on, we can do this. Come on, follow me now. Certainly heading in the right direction. The question is though, is this the right path to get down to the beach? Just seeing that couple in the distance, they've walked up to that point and then turned round. Let's go and have a look, but I'll probably end up, as usual with me, coming back and taking a different path, but we'll see how it goes. So this is the second of the 3 beaches of Papagayo. A lot quieter than the first one, but still beautiful golden sands. Looking back towards Playa Blanca there. Nice place to come and anchor your yacht. And that headland just in front of us there, the farthest headland on the left, that's the furthest most south point, the most southerly point of the island of Lanzarote. It looks like this sign has seen better days, but you can see roughly where we are if I point on the map. Playa Blanca Resort there, so far we've walked down and we are now here. Sendero Papagayo, San Marcial de Rubicon. And even here, you get a bit of graffiti. Can't help themselves, can they? Nah. And I'm guessing, a very long time ago, that this was a river coming down here. Not many rivers in Lanzarote nowadays, although with the way that the weather has been in certain parts of Europe recently and other places, it could well be a river in the future. But a dried up riverbed there, which would have run out into the sea on the beach down there. I wonder what these strange structures, they're like walls with grills on the top of them are. I wonder what they're for. Let's go and have a look. Wow, so I'm guessing this would have been maybe some sort of water storage facility. When you look down there, there's still a little bit of water in the bottom. And they've clearly built up the walls at the side, so maybe to hold the water so that the locals could come and draw the water in buckets. I'm probably completely wrong there, but that's all I can think of at the moment. Anyway, let's go and have a look at this second beach. Ah, just lovely, isn't it? You see up on the headland up there, you can see there's some people around and there's a building. I think that's just above the third and final Papagayo beach. Am I going to walk up there and then down again? Come on, I'm on holiday, give me a break. This is beautiful again. Don't you just hate these crowded beaches? Look at that. Oh, can't move, can you? All those sunbeds. Terrible. And you know, I would say 90% of the people who are staying over there in Playa Blanca never get to see this. There's our friend the big catamaran again. He must be doing a coastal cruise. Still a lot of people on there. I bet they've indulged in a little bit of rum by now. Oh no, actually this isn't the Caribbean, is it? Probably maybe a bit of sangria. So this is the second Papagayo beach. The third one over there, you can just see where it would be, or where it is. But I think I'll leave that one to your imagination, because I am ready for a paddle and maybe a beer when we get back towards civilization. But this is just gorgeous here. Yeah, so I did chicken out of the third beach. I'm sorry about that, chaps and chapesses, but it's getting a bit warm now. But it probably looked much like the other two. Anyway, here we are, nearly back at beach number 1. And I said I fancied a beer, but there is nowhere to buy one. So the bottle of water I have in my rucksack will have to do. But look at this, absolutely gorgeous. Look at that, if it wasn't for the van driving past, it could be a scene out of biblical times, couldn't it really? Found the one palm tree on the beach here. It's looking a bit lonely, isn't it? Poor palm tree. But it's got a lovely place to live.